Hey guys, Quigon Quasar here, back again with another video. In this video I'm actually going to be playing Destiny 2, and more specifically I'm going to be giving you a bit of a guide in Destiny 2. How to be better at the beta, how to sort of succeed at the beta. And this is live commentary, so don't judge me by the gameplay because I'm not completely focused on the gameplay. But first off, don't aim down your sights unless you have to. What I'm seeing is, and what I did when I first started playing, again this is live commentary, that's why I just got wrecked. What I used to do when I first started playing the beta about 10-15 matches ago was I'd aim down sights with every single kill. Every single kill I was about to take, I would aim down the sights, and you really don't need to. If someone's at, that, let's say that whatever that is, that glowy wall thing, if someone's that distance away, you can like hip fire it, and you can move a lot faster when you're not aiming down sights. I'm about to get wrecked, so I'm gonna get out of there. You can move a lot faster when you're not aiming down your sights, whereas, when you aim down your sights, it slows you down, and it also zooms your view and makes it hard to see around you. It like narrows your vision, as you'll probably know. And look, it slows you down a lot, I'll show you that, and it makes it much easier to target if you're just aiming down your sights to kill every single enemy, or to try and kill every single enemy. Obviously, if you're using a sniper, aim down your sights most of the time. Don't try and hit fire with that thing. It makes sense for you to aim down your sights with a sniper, because obviously you've got a scope. But if you're using an assault rifle or a submachine gun, or really anything that isn't a sniper, then don't aim down your sights unless you really have to, unless they're, super long range away, or a super long distance away. I'm gonna try and take this guy out, but I'm gonna get wrecked. Yeah. Tip 2 is to follow your teammates. Try to stick in groups, stay in groups when you're moving around the map. Try to stick to pairs. Ideally, you'd stick with one other player whilst there's another pair of people moving around the map. Because if you move around in, obviously, because there's 4 people per team, if you move around in a group of 4, you're going to annihilate anything you come up against. You're going to destroy anything that you come up against, unless it's an entire team and the entire enemy team. You're probably going to win every single match that every single firefight or battle that you take part in, running around in a group of 4. However, you're not going to have very good map control. You're not really going to be able to control the map at that point. Certainly in the beta, with this, with the control being one of the objectives or the game modes that you can play, you're only going to be able to control one of those control points, while the enemy is going to be moving around at random. They'll be able to capture the other 2 control points. So it's really not useful to move around in groups of 4. But pairs, groups of 2, would really help if you both head to, each to a different objective. You can have really good map control, but also stand a good chance of winning every gunfight that you take part in, and, defending each of you and the other player. You defend each other and have each other's back. So it would really work, and that really works well. Now, tip 3 is to fly around corners. Instead of just running around corners, I'm going to try and demonstrate it the best I can. Say there's an enemy around here, there's an enemy here waiting, maybe he's camping, maybe he's not crouched, you can see him on the map. Don't just run around and let him shoot you. The best thing to do is to glide round. Obviously, basically every character has glide. Some of them, I think the warlocks have the best, but glide round or jump round. They won't expect you to come above them. You'll get the drop on them. Literally, you can drop down and hammer their face in if you want, and you'll probably be able to catch a lot of players by surprise, and really get the jump on a lot of players. Literally jump. You can jump on top of them if you want. Another tip is to stay crouched as often as possible. You won't appear on the enemy's radar. I think it's like an intermittent thing. Like you won't appear on the enemy's radar sometimes, or it'll flash on the enemy's radar if it's the same as Destiny 1 was. But yeah, basically that'll allow you to sort of stay invisible in terms of the radar, or more invisible in terms of the radar than if you're just standing up then per usual. And don't sprint unless you're about to die. Unless you need to sprint, don't sprint. Don't just sprint by default. Don't run around the map like this, not really caring or worrying about it. Because if you run around a corner, sprint around a corner, you're gonna have to wait for your weapon to rise, and you're gonna have to wait to bring your weapon back up and aim. If you run around a corner and bump into an enemy that isn't sprinting and already has his weapon at the ready and ready to kill you and ready to shoot you, you're at a massive disadvantage. You're probably gonna lose that gunfight simply because he's ready and you're not. Essentially, don't sprint unless you absolutely need to. Don't sprint unless you're escaping a gunfight, or you're escaping certain death. So if you're very low on health, then sprint. That's fair enough. And then try and crouch and sort of do the slide thing. But don't sprint unless you need to. The next tip is to play to your weapon's strength. I've seen a lot of players running around with scout rifles And sniper rifles, trying to use them at close range or trying to use them, you know, like quick scope. And like it's freaking Call of Duty or something. It's really not Call of Duty. And you're not going to succeed. Like they'll run around a corner like they say it. Right, I've got a scout rifle here. Run around a corner, there'll be a guy right around there. And then there's, you know, they'll try and freaking close range. And it really doesn't work. It really does not work. And obviously because sniper rifles are, well, true to what sniper rifles are in real life, kind of, and you know they're not close range weapons. Like it's not Call of Duty essentially. No, you can't trick shot. You can't do like no scope, close range, or anything like that. You really need to play to your weapon strength if using a sniper. Stay at long range or at least medium range. This map isn't the biggest map ever, at least compared to Destiny 1's maps. But you know, play to your strengths. If you're using a hand cannon, try and stick close to medium range. Don't try and do any close range, don't try and take 3 players or 4 players on at close range. Don't do super long range with a hand cannon, kind of close to medium range. If you're assault rifle, close to medium range. Try to play to your strengths. Don't just run around with a certain weapon or like a shotgun or something and expect to freaking, one-shot headshot enemies from across the map with a shotgun. Play to your weapon strength, know what weapon you're using, and, take advantage of it. The next step is to pace your hand cannon shots. This is kind of specific. I've noticed with the hand cannon, the recoil is massive, much bigger than Destiny 1. So after every shot, there's like a massive kickback. There's a massive like a pushback and a massive burst of recoil after every shot. Now, if you just like spam the trigger blindly or spam it, even if you're close range, try not to spam it. Try and pace the shots, because if you spam it, you're really not going to have very accurate shots. You're going to miss most of the shots that you take, because I don't have a handgun on handy. In fact, I might be able to equip one. Let me see if I can equip one. Let me, right, we go on here. If you could just spam it like that, it's going to push back, it's going to kick back, and I'm about to get wrecked. And the recoil is really going to nail you and, stop you from hitting a lot of those shots. You might hit, the odd shot or an occasional shot, but you're not going to hit very many shots. So definitely pace your shots. Try and do, try to have a good pace to it, but not, not too much, not too fast that it kicks them back like that. Don't spam the trigger. Make sure there's a bit of a gap and a bit of a pace. A bit of a pacing aspect to each of your shots, and hand cannons can honestly be somewhat the most effective. Well, you just got wrecked. Some of the most effective weapons in the game, as far as I can tell. They're really powerful in this game, and you just gotta know how to use them. You gotta sort of pace your shots and make sure that you're patient with it. And they can be really, really useful. They really can. You just gotta pace your shots, otherwise they'll be useless. They'll be really, really bad. It's like shooting one bullet at a time, like burst firing with some machine guns. Probably not going to work too well. Now the next one is to lower your sensitivity. I find in basically every first-person shooter, not third-person shooters, I find high sensitivity is better for third-person shooters, but first-person shooters I always find that lower sensitivity is very good. It allows for much better accuracy. You hit a lot of shots off, at the target you're trying to hit. You get a lot of shots on the guy that you're trying to hit, and you'll find that most of the the attempts at kills that you go for, you'll actually find them if you lower your sensitivity. You won't just be like spamming or shaking all over the place. Now I'm rocking with 4 sensitivity right now. Let me just check that that's right. I think I'm rocking with 4 sensitivity. I'd honestly recommend that. I think that's the best. I say lower your sensitivity and play on a lower sensitivity. Don't play on a low sensitivity. Don't play on like 1 or 2 or even 3. I think 4 is the best. 4 is the best for me. Obviously, it's something that you've got to experiment with. If you just can't play with low sensitivity or you just don't like it, then don't do it. But generally speaking, you will be more accurate on basically all first-person shooters if you use low sensitivity, because you're just not going to be as twitchy and as shaky with each of your shots. So I'd recommend lowering your sensitivity. And like I said, 4, I think I've covered everything. Obviously the beta hasn't been out for very long, so I haven't had much time to sort of pick up on all the tips and tricks. But that's sort of the first ones that sort of jumped out at me, and some of the more obvious ones that I thought I'd share with you guys. I hope it helps you. If it does, definitely leave a like. It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my videos, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.